Bro, be sure to leave a like and subscribe and type in a comment if you want some more.
Lean to the right and then I clap, bag that, record that and post it with a hashtag. Thousands of views, you twin my video at mad ads. Nope, one of the chosen few to create a rad fad. You see me, I just post ART, whether it be DANCE, positive message on IG.
Hello there. Welcome back. Good stuff. Well, I hope you're all doing wonderful, having a wonderful morning or afternoon or night. And judging how you clicked on this video, I'm gonna assume that you are ready and willing to get this lesson started. So let's jump right into it. Satisfaction on the wings of sin is heartache in disguise. Powerful, right? I thought so too. When I first read it, I was enthralled. It struck a nerve, and I said I had to share this with you guys. Because I believe a lot of sin that we make is made of the heat of the decision, the heat of passion and heartache. Obviously not all, but some of it. And we're all humans, we make mistakes. There's no changing that. There's no, way to prevent every single mistake. But there are certain, shall we say, things that push us to do certain things. And I want to go over a few causes and solutions to each of the 7 deadly sins. And I ain't talking about the anime. So, let us jump right into it then. Let's start with pride. Now, someone may be going through pride, the sin of pride, because of an obsession or a reputation that they need to uphold to be the best, or it could come from some kind of like anxiety or something that's happening on the inside, like hiding behind a character that you have to portray each day so that you don't get hurt, or so that people don't see the hurt when you leave home or from when you leave home. Now, if any of these relate to you, I'd like to say first to not be afraid. This is a judgment-free zone, and I'm here to offer you my best. I'm here to offer you my best and hopefully advise you to be a better you and to even impact those around you. Now, secondly, I like to say you might need a lesson in humility. Like, there are dozens of people who could be just like you, and you acting as if you're better than them or that your opinion is worth more than them, even if it's just that character, can be harmful and can get in the way of their progression. You should respect them, provide the kind of help that you needed when you were going through that, and you may find a friend in them, and they may be able to help you deal with what you're going through, since you're like going through a similar problem. And you find that those kind of people in your life are much better than some superficial fame or yes men. Now, someone might deal with something like lust for something like feeling unloved or feeling unwanted by those closest to you or even by yourself. You may feel that since everyone around you was in a relationship and everyone else seems so happy, and since that you don't have it, that you feel unaccomplished or you don't feel special. But let me tell you this, you've got to be able to control yourself and to be grateful for the things that are around you. Like your whole life doesn't define, you know, your a relationship doesn't define your whole life. And if it did, then you would literally need to be in a relationship from the time you were a baby to the time that you were in your casket. And it just doesn't make any sense. You've you're only seeing the parts of relationships that you want to see. Relationships are both the high and the low points. You've got to be able to control yourself in terms of anger, lust, and pride. When you are able to love and appreciate yourself, then those around you will be can see that you are appreciating yourself. They can feel your confidence, and you'll be a more enticing person. And it's not even just for other people. You'll feel amazing yourself. And for those of you still concerned if you aren't in a relationship, remember that the person that could be with you, the person that is for you, is probably right around the corner. Or maybe they've been in your life for a long time and you just gotta open your eyes. Next point, gluttony and sloth. Now, gluttony and sloth are a bit alike. It might even be like causes in and of each other. So I'm going to speak about these two together. Someone who deals with this might have a low self esteem or an extreme sense of hopelessness. And there are many times in life when you might feel like this. Usually, and most often, it's cause of it's cause of being dealt a great loss, or even feeling lost in life. It can be very dreadful and super unmotivating. And if you're going through this, just know you're not alone. But can I just say, you're ready. I believe in you, and I'm sure there are those around you that believes in you. It's important to grieve and express your emotions, but it's just as important to do it in moderation. You're ready even if you don't believe in you. You're ready even if others don't believe in you. And the sooner you get back out there, and it's the sooner you'll see you'll feel better. You'll be able to just not see what you've lost. You'll be able to see what all you still have, what all God has for you in the future. But you have to be able and willing to go the distance. You have to not let every shortcoming after that send you straight back to where you were. Depending on who you surround yourself with, there will be a person with their arms reached out, ready for you to grab it so you can move forward together. Be that person who grabs on, because No true friend wants to see another one stuck and helpless. And to speak a little bit more on the gluttony side, you've got to be able to, like lust, control your urges and consider how this might harm you and worry those around you. Like anything in excess is absolutely harmful. Everything must be done in moderation, whether it's eating, whether it's exercising, whether it's resting. Everything must be done in moderation. So just moderate how much you do of any particular thing in life. And that's what I have to say more towards the gluttony. Now, greed and envy. These are two that are also, in my opinion, very similar. And so I'm going to speak to you about them together as well. Now, for these two, you might be attached to some kind of superficial happiness or temporary pleasure, whether it be money or fame, spouses or food, or if they belong to another person, you want them. And you might feel a sense of inequality and uh, unimportance if you don't feel that you need these things that other people have. So how do you deal with it? How about for starters appreciating the things around you? Open your eyes to see what's around you, what you might not have that others might not have. How about seeing all these earthly possessions for what they are, temporary pleasures? How about before you think, I want this, think, who might need this? Being a cheerful and charitable giver and seeing what you can do for others despite it being yours or despite you working hard for it can gift a kindness and generosity that keeps on going. And it and that kindness and generosity in and of itself can give joy, which is way much more fulfilling. And you may ask, what's the difference between joy and happiness? Well, let me explain it to you like this. Happiness is dependent and joy is independent. Just learned that pretty pretty recent myself. See, you can be happy from getting loads of gifts on a Christmas morning, but a sense of joy may come when you're not even happy. Joy can come from hope and faith, love, etc. A relative of yours could have passed, and you can be sorrowful and mourning for them, but you can feel joyous that you'll see them again one day. And finally, wrath. Now, wrath is something although, we've all been through each of these sins, I feel like all of us can safely say that wrath is something that we all might deal with um, more than our fair share. And someone who feels like someone who deals with wrath or rage or excessive anger, they might, in simple terms, mostly feel an absolute shame, whether in yourself or with others. And you may say that was a huge euphemism to say shame, but I feel like it works. But it's important to remain patient with yourself and others when you're about to get worked up. Because everyone makes mistakes, and purposeful or not. If you let yourself be bothered by everything someone might do to you, you find that you're raising your own blood pressure and you're making a lot of decisions that you wouldn't normally make because you're in the heat of this anger and can't even think straight. Try to remember those who you may have greatly upset and consider how they might have forgiven you. Or if they didn't forgive you, try to be better than them. Take a lesson, be merciful, return the kindness, and do better. Now, of course, this list that I've created, this video, this whole thing, it isn't to excuse sin. Sinning is still wrong, and we shouldn't openly try to do it. But sinning isn't the end all be all. We serve a God who sent the Son down to die for our sins. It doesn't matter if you believe in Him. He believes in you. That's a good movie quote. Also, I feel as though when we sin, we have the best intentions, but we take things into our own hands, and sometimes it doesn't go like how we want it to. So, like I said with wrath, be merciful, be considerate to others when they are in sin. Obviously, don't encourage them, but don't tear them down for it, since we've all been there. And with that being said, we've reached that point in the video once more, and I must bid you all a sweet adieu. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked, be sure to comment down below and say that you liked it, and be sure to hit that like button like it owes you money, and we know it does. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button just to show you mean it, like just to show like you about it, and hit that bell so that you can be notified for every single time I post, every single time I do anything on this channel, and you'll be the first to know when I do. And speaking of posting, if you want more of me, then check out my other videos, or I should say other videos, yeah, there we go, and my social medias in the description below. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and keep
See it, no really, I'll make a milli, then Billy, then Trilly. This beat is from Matt, he got me going silly like Uzi from Philly. Gonna make a jam for my city, the nation, and plan it. Never take the Lord word for granted, he planned it. I'm shining like granite, you slanted, man, stop.
I'm making some breakfast. They ask me how I do it, tell them using my left wrist. Using my left wrist. And if the devil try to come at me, I'll using my left fist. Follow up with the right, cause I'm only doing what is right. Gotta keep it tight. Never be afraid to fight. I'm a dog and I got the right bite. I ain't just barking. Hark heralds, the angels sing, that's arkin. Wait. And I'm Tony Starkin, cause I'm flying through the air, ain't no one stopping me. Cause I'm so icy, and the chains on my neck, they are ready to freeze.